guys, Logan Mouse here, and today I'm going to be giving you guys yet another 2019 movie review. This time I'm going to be reviewing Brightburn, the latest superhero horror film. Yeah, that's right. This film is part of the movie genre of superhero horror. After a difficult struggle with fertility, Tori Breyer's dreams of motherhood come true with the arrival of a mysterious baby boy. Brandon appears to be everything Tori and her husband Kyle ever wanted, but as Brandon nears puberty, powerful darkness manifests within him and Tori becomes consumed by terrible doubts about her son. Once Brandon begins to act on his twisted urges, those closest to him find themselves in grave danger. I love it. I really love it. It's honestly, in my personal opinion, the best horror film that this year has to offer. And I just said it. This is the best horror film that this year has to offer. No, it's not Us, which is really overrated. It's not... What's that other horror film? It's more like a thriller where one kid was possessed by a serial killer who died after he was born. I don't know the name of that movie, but it was fairly decent. Pet Sematary? It was alright. And one horror film, I forgot what it is. Oh yeah, The Curse of La Llorona. Kind of a below average film, if you ask me. So far this year has been a disappointing year for horror films as far as I'm concerned. But it has turned out to be the opposite. Let me get started with the positives. The main cast for this film, particularly Elizabeth Banks, she's really good in this film. She plays a mother who does everything that she could to take care of this kid, even though there were some parts he did that she could have easily be like, oh my God, I cannot believe he did this. He so far, my husband is right. And there were times where she was protective of this boy, Brandon, and not a wise thing to do, but at least she was adamantly trying to be her defender, trying to be like the mother that she wanted to be to him, and just stuff like that. I mean, she pulled off a good performance, as well as this one actor named David Denman, who plays the father, and the husband to Elizabeth Banks' character. He also did a very good job. Basically, this film revolves around the family relationship between David Denham and Elizabeth Banks with this kid, who, by the way, does a very good job in this film as well. The relationship between him and the parents, or Elizabeth Banks and David Denman's characters, trying to raise their adopted son, raising him to be the kind of man that they want him to be, and then later on he turned out to be the opposite. And the family dynamics and the whole story revolving around this family relationship is really compelling, and I dug it, as well as, let's just say, the scary scenes. Well, I don't know if I would say scary, but mostly scenes where he instantly flew and get one person or two and just kills them instantly in various ways, which, by the way, the deaths, wow. Just wow. I mean, holy crap. I mean, you will understand why I said those things once you watch the movie. But the deaths in this film were off the chain. Basically how this kid, Brandon, in a creepy ass mask, a red one, with this symbol that he keeps drawing throughout this film's entire runtime. I mean, it was so well done. And this film is fast paced. It's over an hour and 30 minutes. It's pretty much a quick movie if you want to look at it that way. But for me personally, I don't think it's really that fast, nor is it that slow. It's pretty much a well-paced film in my humble opinion, particularly for a horror film like this, Brightburn. There's not a single dull moment. There's not a moment where I was, in this entire film, where I was bored. None of that. I was just instantly glued into this film, and that's rare. The last time I felt that way was A Quiet Place. I feel like that film is the best horror film I have seen in this decade. And that film got me so quiet. It kept me holding my breath while also being so glued to that film. It's a similar way that I have with this film. Now, there are some issues I have with this film, and I'm now getting into them. There were some predictable jump scares there and there where Brandon, the sound would go out for just about a few seconds, and then all of a sudden Brandon comes out and kills someone. You would kind of, every time that happens, you would know that someone is going to die. And there were some decisions you could argue were kind of dumb, that were not like wise decisions to make to keep yourself alive from any sort of danger, ones that are from Brandon. Some decisions were made that were just not the wisest, but you can throw a mulligan there. I just didn't have much of an issue, but I can see why it would be an issue for at least most people. But that's as far as my issues go. Other than that, I pretty much love this movie. I'm not going to lie. I had a good time watching this film. I'm going to give Brightburn a gold medal of honor. Anyway guys, that is my review for Brightburn. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give it that like button to click, and if you'd like to see future videos from me, make sure to press up there to subscribe, and don't forget to turn on that bell icon so that you'll get notified about my latest videos. Have a great day, and as always, fight the good fight.